Welcome back, everyone, to Coastal Business Connections. Today, we're going to talk about social media access, who needs it, and your security. I hope you enjoy the background. We are sailing about 4 to 5 miles off the coast of Crystal Beach, Texas on our 26S McGregor. We're cooling off behind the boat, enjoying the sunshine, the water, and all the beauty around us. But first, let's start with a statistic. You have many options for social media these days, and I am sure there's more being made as we speak. We need to be able to appeal to a large variety of users. Facebook, though, is still the #1 platform with 70% of people using it. And as you can see from the numbers on this screen, though, that is shifting as we get older. The younger crowd is using more Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat platforms, with Pinterest even gaining ground with the younger crowds. In an upcoming video, we will talk about how to appeal to all those different platforms. But for now, let's get into social media access, who needs it, and your security. Would you let a worker or another business have access to your bank account? Well, by giving someone full access to your social media accounts, you have given them the tools they need to drain your asset, which in the end can hurt your bank account. Full access means they can delete your page, manipulate any of the content, interact with posts, customers, see your analytics and insights, or even worse, once they remove you as the owner and take it over completely. What's worse, you ask? Well, once they remove you and all other admin, they now have free access to post derogatory or inappropriate posts hurting your reputation, and there is not much you can do about it. These things stay forever. Even if by some miracle you spend the months it takes getting your page back by providing proof you physically own the business, which 70+% never gain access back, someone else could have already taken screenshots of those posts or comments to save for later. You've went to social and you've explained you were hacked, you made a new page, you're growing it, you've got new followers. Now the next big thing has everyone's attention. Fast forward a year down the road and you have upset someone for whatever weird reason, and they have screenshots of those inappropriate posts that you did not make, but it looks like you did on that old account. They now can post and spread that on social media, and since it's been so long, everyone has either forgotten you were hacked or you just have new followers that never knew. So here we go again with trying to clean something up for your business because you gave full access to someone. So let's just avoid that altogether. Let's give them task access, and here's how we do it. Alright guys, so what I'm showing you is from Facebook, but there are limit role settings in other platforms. So you're going to go to that Facebook business page the normal way you do. You're going to click on settings, which you can get to like I'm showing here, or by that bubble in the upper right hand corner with your little profile pic. So once you hit on settings, then you want to click on page setup and now on page access and that little arrow there. Once you click on that, it's going to show you who has access, what type of access, and allow you to remove and add new people. So as you can see from this, people with full access can delete your page, and that's what we're wanting to avoid. We want you to keep full control over your page. So if you need to remove someone, click on that ... and that is where you would do that. But we are going to add somebody with limited access. And to do that, under people with task access, you're going to slide right over there and click add new. Now make sure you're on the correct one. That's the second one down, because that top one does give them full access and we don't want that. Now you're going to click next and start typing that person's name, and pay attention to that little profile picture to ensure you are selecting the correct person. So now once you have done that, you're going to assign them their role, and remember, their role only needs to be equal to what it is inside your business. So if this person is going to be in charge of your social media, you may need to select all of these, including ads and insights. If they're the kitchen person just taking pictures of food to post, then they don't really need ads and insights and to be able to message and talk to customers possibly. So now that you have given them the selections that you want, you're going to do give access, and it will ask you to put in your password. Now remember, this is the password to your personal Facebook page, and now it's going to send them an invite. They will see in their notifications, and you are brought back to that page access page. Once they accept that invite, they will have the access you granted them. So one thing to keep in mind is this person will access the business page through Meta Business Suite, and they will need to download that app most likely. And once they accept that invitation, cancel invitation right there will change to remove access. So do remember, if you do need to remove access for somebody, you will come back to this page through your settings and click on that ... to do that. How do you know if those notifications claiming they are from Meta or another platform or website is a real issue? How do you know if you violated a policy? How do you do a checkup on your overall activities and more? Well, let's look at it. First, let's look at what scammers are wanting from you. They can sell all kinds of your information, from your name, address, birth date, to who your family is, your online habits, and more. So now think about what all you do on social media. Do you play games? You buy those extras? Do you buy merch and products from social media shops that are legit companies? Do you manage other groups, pages? Do you have your own business page? Well, this gives them even more information to steal. Many social media users have their credit card information saved, and not only to just buy from shops, but also to do those boosted ads on your own page. So this is just another reason why I always say treat your socials like an asset and let's keep it safe. Okay, so let's look at some housekeeping things first. So by going to your page, and we're going to do that by clicking on the little bubble in the upper right hand corner. Then we're going to go to the Account Center, and we're going to look at the selections on the left hand side there. So you want to make sure your contact information for recovery is up to date, so you can change that password easily. Under Profiles, you can select yourself and see your name and more. Personal details shows your contact information, your birthday, and also where you can check your ID confirmation if you've given them your ID to be a confirmed account. If you open up contact information, you can add or delete emails and phone numbers. Account ownership is where you can delete, deactivate, or memorialize a page. Under passwords and security, you can change your password, get into two-factor authentication, which is a really good idea to keep this asset secure. But you can also, and I think just as important, check what devices you have saved the login information to, and you need to keep that cleaned up. So as you have old phones, old computers, and old tablets, and you get your new ones, you need to go in and go ahead and remove those old ones. So if somebody does get a hold of it, they cannot log into your account. You can check where you've been logging in at. So if you keep an eye on this and somebody in Timbuktu is logging into your account, you know your account could be getting compromised, and you need to immediately go in and change that password. You can also check login alerts here, which is an excellent idea to have those turned on. So if somebody does try to log into your account from somewhere other than a device that you have set up, it will let you know. And also, if Meta has sent you any emails, it's going to show up here. So you can always come here and check to see if that is a legit email that you are getting. So let's get into scams. They are everywhere these days and seem to be getting more invasive. Now, we are going to talk about phishing attacks more towards the end, so do stay tuned. But what you see coming up on your screen are all scam notifications. Some pages have normal people names, some have clever names such as Facebook Security, Facebook Executive Group, Business Support. They're all fake. And if you click on their link, you'll be taken out to a mimicked site asking you to log in, and that's how they get you. Another type, though, is they've tagged you and a bunch of other businesses in a post on their page, but it's the same type of verbiage. Again, don't fall for these notifications, and don't panic, because you can check to see if you really have violated a policy. So a client called me here a while back, panicked. She was about to lose her business page, of which she had just purchased the business and all of its following. But one of these notifications had came through, and she clicked the link and went through, and it asked her for her username and password. And the actual reason why she was calling me was because she did not know her password to her business page. And so thank goodness at the time she did not realize that it's just your personal page password, because she would have entered it and she would have lost everything. So since I was admin on that page still at that time, I went ahead and marked it as a spam, and then I showed her how to access her support inbox and go ahead and check for that. And of course she had no violations, and we saved her page that day, and now she knows how to walk through that process. But thank goodness, because she would have lost her newly purchased business, her investment, her asset. And that is why I always tell everybody, treat your socials like an asset. Save your investment. Phishing attacks is a term we hear often, but what does it really mean? Well, it's when you are sent a link to click on and it's to a site that mimics the real one. This can happen with social media or literally any website out there that you may visit and have an account with. The email will tell you that you need to log in for something like a password change, or maybe they're telling you someone's compromised your account, or maybe you get an email stating that UPS, FedEx, or USPS is trying to deliver you a package. You need to change an address, and this can come in text form as well, not just through email, guys. Well, so the scam is you click on their link, and it's a lookalike site, and it's so good that a lot of professionals don't even realize they're fake sites, and they ask you to put in your username and password, and you do. Well, now they have recorded everything you've done through that website, and they now have your username and password to the real site, so they can now jump over to the real website or app or social media platform or whatever, and they can change your recovery information, your password, and now you've been fully hacked. And there is a very small chance that if this happens with social media platform that you will ever get it back, and probably a slim chance that if it happens on a website that there's not damage to your bank account, credit card, or something of that nature before you get the problem solved. So let's just prevent this altogether by just never clicking on a link that we haven't generated ourselves. So instead, if you get these emails or these text messages, just go out to that website, app, or platform the normal way you do. Log in, and you will find some kind of an inbox, a support messaging type system that is embedded within that social media platform or that website or app, and it's going to tell you if you really have something that needs to be addressed. This is different than a script attack. A script attack is when you have given permissions for an app or a website to post on your social page. Most people do not even realize they've given any permissions to post, and this typically happens when you use your social account to make an account for another app instead of coming up with a username and a password for it to create that account. So if that business has a shady back room, and it has been proven some of these guys do, they can now post anything they want on your account, your wall, your socials, and you then realize you're not the one doing this weird posting. We usually see it when somebody says, I didn't post that house for sale, or whatever, that thing to buy. So the first thing you need to do if you see this, so it does not result in a full hack, is you need to not panic, first and foremost, because you have not been fully hacked, and at this point they are not stealing your page. You need to go into activities and going into your app and websites and see who has permissions and just start removing them. Then once you have done that, you need to immediately go ahead and reset your password by generating a legit link yourself and then following that link. So lots of times, these links are legit because they do expire, or you have enabled your two-factor authentication. You're going to get a code, the codes expire, you're going to get notifications that you have generated this link, and so on and so forth. If you at the time are getting multiple hits trying to get you to reset your password, just don't click any of them. Just wait, because if you just wait, then they can't get your username and password. They're trying to initiate a phishing attack at this point. Well, guys, I appreciate your time on this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And we'll see you next week with more great views from around Crystal Beach, Texas. Have a great week, everyone.